It's Wednesday, and thank you for being a part of the program on what has been a pretty beautiful day in the neighborhood. Visually, more so than the way it felt. Yes, on the chilly side again today, and we've got more of that than not in your forecast, and a chance of a little frozen precip in there that we'll have to discuss. But some nice, somewhat clear skies, partly cloudy over my shoulder, and that is making for a very welcome sight. And we will talk about, of course, the changes that are on the way. Not all that dramatic, but it is March in Kentucky after all. Several arrests to talk about tonight, a lot to talk about in sports, basketball, and a few other things we'll have to get caught up on before I leave you. Starting off with a couple of reports from around the area and the state. The Kentucky State Police is investigating a fatal accident that took place on US 23 night before last. It was on 23 near the All Pike Hotel, motel, that there was a man walking along US 23 at one point who reportedly stepped into the path of a pickup truck. The deceased, who was killed on the scene, was identified as 65-year-old James Boyd of Garrett, who stepped into the path of a truck being driven by a 26-year-old Nathan Egler of Evansville, Indiana. Again, that was night before last. The deceased was taken to an area hospital, pronounced dead, and the accident remains under investigation. That's all we have at this time. To no surprise, its future is a little more uncertain, but House Bill 551 pretty much sailed its way through committee this morning and is now headed for a vote on the House floor. That, of course, would legalize betting in the Commonwealth, also wagering on live sporting events via online accounts, as is legal in many of our neighboring states and many across the nation. But again, it still faces a challenge with a vote on the House floor coming soon. A couple of arrests to pass along to you tonight from the viewing area. One, a teacher from Lawrence County who is now out on bond after being arrested at her home by the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department on a count of unlawful transaction with a minor. A Lawrence County high school science teacher was arrested last Thursday at her home and again faces so far a single count of unlawful transaction with a minor in the second degree. According to a criminal complaint, 34-year-old Amber Dawn Burton of Louisa knowingly induced, assisted, or caused a minor to engage in illegal controlled substance activity. She allegedly, according to authorities, had been texting a 15-year-old student at the high school in group chats, expressing not only sexual interest, but as well smoking THC via vapes or pens with the minor as well. The information came to light of school authorities, and they passed that information along to the state police, who continues to investigate. The Lawrence County School District and Superintendent Dr. Robbie Fletcher so far has not commented, referring to it as an ongoing investigation. In other arrests, this man was arrested and placed into the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center after being taken into custody by the Paintsville Police Department late last week. Elihu Mullins, 45, of Hindman, Kentucky, was charged with indecent exposure in the first degree. Paintsville police say that they were dispatched to the Mayo Methodist Church last week in the alley where there was a man reportedly touching himself inappropriately. When authorities pulled up, they say that he was in the process of putting his pants back on, and when asked why they were down, said he had no idea how they had gotten that way, and thus was charged again with indecent exposure. Another arrest, this for a Johnson County man, Sean Mead, for theft, burglary, resisting, fleeing, and evading, and other charges. This comes from last week as well, when Paintsville PD were dispatched to the Paintsville Walmart for a shoplifter who was well known by authorities and by Walmart personnel. Authorities waited for Meade to exit the store and get past the point of sale with the quantity of merchandise which he had not paid for. He tried to run from authorities, which he had done on prior occasion, but Paintsville police officers were able to take him to the ground and take him away in handcuffs. He was charged again with theft by unlawful taking, shoplifting, burglary in the first, conspiracy, resisting arrest, fleeing and evading on foot, and assault in the first degree of a police officer. He was found to have about $83 in merchandise that he had stolen from the Walmart, where he had been ordered not to return for prior thefts. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
Spring is always the most colorful season of the year at the seasonal shop. Come see for yourself. Gorgeous new clothes for everyone. Bright, flowy tops and dresses. Something perfect for Easter. Fun flare leg jeans and new styles and arrivals every day. New sweatshirts and shorts and tees by Royce, Ridge and Holler, and others. And little sleepies are here, all in an incredibly comfy, cute, and durable bamboo viscose material. All this and so much more that you just have to see this spring at the seasonal shop. McGoffin Farm Bureau and manager Doug Green are proud to welcome Agent Jeff Salyer to the agency. Jeff's lifelong knowledge of the community and our people make him an immediate asset for all of your auto, home, life, commercial, and retirement investments. They're waiting for your call or visit at McGoffin Farm Bureau. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. I had to be in Lexington, as you perhaps saw in last night's message, throughout the entirety of yesterday, and was unable to be here, and as well was unable to be at the groundbreaking of the new Johnson Central High School. However, one of our editors with the Big Sandy News was, and it is appropriately being termed as a beacon of hope for future Johnson County students. The new high school is going to include a social area with seating for students after they enter the building, along with a double-height cafeteria and outdoor dining area. At the heart of the two-story facility is going to be a courtyard offering an outdoor collaboration space for the media center and an outdoor dining area for the cafeteria, as well as the culinary arts program. Superintendent Cochran also said that each of the 4 classroom wings is going to contain a media hub that provides a variety of seating and resources for collaboration outside of the traditional classroom setting. And the new Johnson Central High School will have a 3,200-seat gymnasium, a second auxiliary gym that will also serve as a storm shelter, and an auditorium that will seat more than 1,000 people. The first phase of this construction is also going to include plans for a new and very much needed transportation facility. All in all, after the $20 million site preparation is done, there will be about 110 flat or level acres that will be developed, and this property will connect with that of the Highland Elementary property, which will combine for about a total of 400 prime acres in the heart of Johnson County. Up next, here's what's happening and some important dates to remind you of on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. Tomorrow will be the first of 3 days of citywide storm-related debris pickup from all the winds that we had, of course, over the course of the weekend. A lot of downed trees and limbs and that type of vegetation, and you can place that storm-related debris, and only that, near the curb, and the city of Sagres will pick it up. They are doing so tomorrow, and they will be doing so again next Tuesday and next Wednesday. A citywide spring cleanup campaign, as is annual, will be scheduled at a later date. Remember, this is only for vegetated debris blown down or around by the recent storms. Now, with that in mind, remember me telling you about the Montgomery County countywide spring cleanup campaign being earlier than usual? Well, indeed it is, because of the Tire Take Back program, which is also an annual event, being earlier this year, that dictated by the state. The Montgomery County cleanup campaign itself will be earlier as well to go along with that. So the annual countywide cleanup has been set for District 3 beginning this year, March the 27th through the 31st for those residents in Magisterial District 3, District 1, April the 3rd through the 7th, and District 2, April the 10th through the 14th. So starting at the end of this month with District 3. This is for residents of Montgomery County to dispose of residential debris. Please take items to the end of your driveway or your lane during the week of collection for your district. Any resident may take items to the transfer station lot across from Rumpke during any of these 3 weeks of collection. It does not allow hazardous waste, construction debris, containers with liquids like paint and things of that nature, and household waste. Anything else that you can't normally throw away, take it yourself to the transfer station or put it out in your district on the designated week. If you have any questions or need some assistance, call the Montgomery County Judge Executive's office at 349-2313. If you have any need for my calendar for birthday or anniversary or important announcements like this, well, ta-da! That's how you get it on the show. It's just that easy. And don't forget, we love to print birthdays, birth announcements, anniversaries, wedding announcements in the Independent for free there as well. Just send those to Heather at SalyersvilleIndependent.com, and she'll see that they make it into the next edition of the Salyersville Independent. Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Salyersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Salyersville National Bank.
Trade it and upgrade it now at Appalachian Wireless and receive up to $700 off when you trade your old eligible device in and upgrade to a new iPhone 14 Pro Max or Samsung S23 Ultra on a qualifying Appalachian Advantage plan. What better way to start the year off right than with upgrading to a new 5G compatible device on the region's best network while saving up to $700 off on the hottest smartphones. Appalachian Wireless giving you another reason to come join the Big Blue Network. Why? Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Wireless.com for full terms and conditions.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Salyersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy, the convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service, and the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Salyersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Don't let Mother Nature be the one to remind you about your tires. Stop by Conley Tire and let them make sure that you're safe in getting from A to B. Tires, wheels, oil changes, brake repair, and maintenance. And be sure to click on ConleyTire.net for all the latest offers with 6 months no interest payments at Conley Tire or ConleyTire.net. I'll wrap it up with your weather forecast in just a few moments. A lot of ground to cover in sports tonight. The first announcement, at least weather-related, if you will, Meet the Hornets, which was set for last weekend, of course, was postponed due to the severe weather and has now been set for this Saturday at the high school baseball field. The getting way ahead of myself. The preseason event was previously set for last Saturday. It will be this Saturday. Just $2 for adults, students, and kids get in free. The Montgomery County youth baseball, softball players will be introduced at 11. Middle school players introduced at noon, and then will participate in an inter-squad scrimmage. Middle school and high school teams will take the field. High school players will be introduced at 2 and participate in an inter-squad scrimmage as well after they're introduced. And then a Montgomery County baseball alumni softball game will be held at 4 o'clock that afternoon. The baseball Hornets will open up their season taking on Menifee here at home, and that game is set for this coming Monday at 6. We'll be checking in with Coach Littoral and his team sooner than later, I promise. Nothing like a little baseball to really let you know spring indeed is here. Maybe a few cold games at the start, but you know. In basketball, the Lawrence County Lady Bulldogs, of course, won their first ever 15th Region Championship, punching their ticket to the Sweet 16. And today they were and did tip off against Sacred Heart in the early afternoon.
Yes, indeed. What a run for Coach Melinda and her team. A run, however, which sadly came to an end today at the hands of Sacred Heart. First 2 games of the Sweet 16 girls tournament in Rupp started today. Owensboro Catholic by 3 on top of Bowling Green in Game 1, and Sacred Heart over Lawrence County 70-33 your final score. We've got another couple of Eastern Kentucky teams in the mix. Actually, Knott County Central and Ashland Blazer play each other tomorrow morning at 11. The girls' championship, of course, will be on this Saturday at 7 at Rupp, and the boys' Sweet 16 tips off Wednesday. Thursday of next week, you've got Frederick Douglass and Martin County, and then you've got Breathitt County and Mail. Those 2 games actually next Thursday in the morning and in the afternoon.
In other headlines tonight, a former Lady Hornet, along with her team, is rolling on, continuing a perfect season. Not only are they hosting the Sweet 16 in their division, they're also playing.
I'm talking about Trancey and the Pioneers and our own Kennedy Stacy. Senior guard Kennedy Stacy helped lead Transylvania University to a perfect 25-0 during the women's college basketball regular season. Our Montgomery County High School grad is averaging about 14 points a game. She started every game this season. Transylvania is ranked number 2 in the nation in their division, and they wrapped up their regular season with a 100-39 win on senior night on February the 17th. And we know that on that night, she was 1 rebound away from a double-double, but she also, more importantly, received awards for 1,000 points and 500 rebounds during the evening. And then they went on to the first round of the 32 teams and won. That's right, they've already taken on Milliken, number 15, versus the number 2 Trancey in round 1, 71-59. So the Pioneers advance on, and they host. That's right, they'll be hosting the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. Next up is Ohio Northern this Friday at 7 o'clock. Congratulations, Kennedy, and best of wishes to you and everyone at Trancey.
And up next, a cooler, yes, colder even at times, Licking Valley RECC 7-day, which does have at least a little bit of a chance of some frozen precipitation in there.
Tonight, we'll see just below the freezing mark, just barely at 31 degrees. Partly cloudy skies, northeast wind barely moving around 5-6 miles per hour or so. Tomorrow, it will be a bit warmer, feel a bit warmer too. We've got more sunshine tomorrow than today. 54 degrees, mostly sunny for your Thursday, and northeast winds maybe 4, 5, 6 miles per hour. Shower chances really don't make their way right now into the viewing area until mainly after midnight or 1 in the a.m. or so. And temperatures are going to see, well, we're only going to see 54. We will see 54 and only a fall to 43 tomorrow night. We'll see some winds starting to pick up in gusts maybe up to 15 or 16 tomorrow night with that line of showers. A quarter of an inch of rain on the high side tomorrow night. Maybe some showers lingering into your Friday with mostly cloudy skies. Now, temperatures are going to actually climb back up to 54 on your Friday or before noon, and then they're going to immediately thereafter start going back down and then level off somewhere around 47 for the rest of the day on your Friday. It's going to be breezy, winds out of the west up to 22 miles per hour at times. As far as precipitation, maybe another tenth of an inch of rain on your Friday and Friday afternoon at most, I think. Friday night, a 20% chance of showers before 10, just to kind of cover all of our bases. Mostly cloudy, a low of 29 degrees. Friday night, wind still out of the northwest up to 20 miles per hour or a little better. And that will blow on into the weekend, and we will do so with partly sunny skies and a cooler 47 for the first half of the best part of the week. We will stay dry for all of your Saturday. Again, topping out in the upper 40s with quite a bit of sunshine. The next chance of precipitation, however, will be during the overnight, and it will start off as a chance of rain, 20% chance of some rain after, say, 4 o'clock Sunday morning. So still, again, first half of your weekend, all dry and all nice, all cool, by comparison, again, with only 47 degrees for the high. And we'll start off with that precipitation on your Sunday morning, a chance of some snow and freezing rain before 7, and maybe some freezing rain a little bit thereafter, mostly cloudy skies, and then by 8 or so Sunday morning or 9, it will just be all rain for whatever is left in the tank of that one. So a bit of a wintry start to your Sunday morning. We'll get well above freezing for daytime highs at 46, and we'll stay above freezing that night with a low of 34, but a bit of a, I won't say slushy, but frozen start to Sunday morning. And then there's Monday, which will have more clouds, I think, than not. Mostly cloudy skies, a 30% chance of some AM rain, and another 44-degree day or mid-40s close to. Tuesday, we're still in the low 40s for daytime highs, but we do clear up and dry up. 42, partly sunny. We're still struggling to get back to the 50s midweek next week, only hitting maybe 49 with still mostly sunny skies, but only 49 in your Wednesday. So, we got a little early taste of spring, which is not unusual. Fortunately, however, we're not in for any brutal cold temperatures, but definitely some nights consecutive well below that freezing mark, which means, for pretty things like this.
That'll wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the show. Hope to see you back here tomorrow for the next. Thank you for watching.